so many memories that I made on Cascade Road. I done gained the world, I ain't never sell my soul. This is God-given, so I thank him as I go. Hate to sound conceited, but I know. Crazy thing they with me. Yeah, crazy thing they with me. Run up on me, baby, so you gon' see. Yeah, God power from my head and my feet. Yeah, this colossal. What I say is gospel.
Today, from First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. Leading the charge will be their quarterback, always fun to watch, Deshaun Watson.
And it would be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterback shake off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
He'll be trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted. On first down, Chubb able to get forward for about 4 as he's taken down. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 17 carries, 78 yards, and a touchdown.
So he scored his 8th touchdown on the ground last week, and most guys I know, they want to get into round numbers. So, 10 is really the goal. And this is one sport where being selfish and scoring touchdowns is a good thing. Look for he and the offense to try and get him in there at least twice in this game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And again, it's Chubb. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they're going to get this up to midfield. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Watson. He's got Anderson on the slant. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. They go up the middle with Chubb. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A first carry now for Thompson. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 27. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. To throw is Watson. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 16. From the red zone now, Watson. They set up the screen to Chubb. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Now Watson. And he'll just get rid of it. The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. Again, it's Watson. And he fends him off. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Curtis Samuel, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here are the Lions now as they get set for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a former most valuable player in the National Football League, the always dangerous Lamar Jackson. Now Jackson on 1st and 10. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And this will wind up a Lions first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. The Lions sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Jackson. Going up top. And this is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson, and he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. He comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Watson now to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Marcus Davenport able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So that if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And he'll get this past the 20 as he gets about 4. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. Jackson from the shotgun. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Greg Newsome up to make the stop. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
And think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches have given him, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
Completes it to Hardman. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, Jackson. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 46. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw, Watson. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards there, a first down. They give the Chubb out of the gun. Down to about the 22 here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now it's Watson. He's got Njoku over the middle. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. The Browns on third down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Thompson is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. And they'll run again, but he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Robbie Anderson from 4 yards out. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
2 yards, good enough for a first. They go play action now. Jackson. His throw incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. Jack Fox now gets set to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They begin this drive with Chubb. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson going out wide, finds Chubb. So no gain on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Corey Bojorquez now. Dancing away at the 30. Once more the juke. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also...
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Martin Emerson. And the Browns are going to have it here just past the 25. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. After the interception, here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And Watson has enough for the first down yardage as he slides to the turf. First down, Watson. Quick throw, and he's got Amari Cooper. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. To throw again on 2nd down, Watson. He finds Hillman. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Watson's throw taken in by Samuel. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Chubb on the counter. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Watson hitting Samuel on the slant. And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. A shotgun snap for Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Browns go up by 2 touchdowns. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions, and they're a PAT from going up 21-7.
Yeah, very impressive the way that they've moved the football. Full command of their playbook, full command of the way they wanted to attack.
Seibert on for the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays.
And it's Amari Cooper who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Finding Williams once more, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again is Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koromoa. And the Browns are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, here's Watson.
Right back to Njoku. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Then he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Seibert's kick is good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. taken at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Jackson now. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Lions on a pickup of 13.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Martin Emerson. And the Browns are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
So here are the Browns to take over. They were losers to the Packers a week ago, but they've got the lead right now here as they come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Watson. He's got Njoku. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And Chubb will try the middle here. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. With that last effort, he has reached now 10,000 career rushing yards. Congratulations.
Big-time congratulations. That also means that his publicist can make sure all the information gets to every voter out there who has a say in the Hall of Fame. Fashioning together a heck of a resume.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Well, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point.
And the lead is now 24. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And it's Amari Cooper who finishes it off with a touchdown reception.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. And Detroit back in possession of the football. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. To throw is Jackson. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now this one thrown away. Will we see a flag? No. They'll say there was a receiver nearby. Pretty generous call, but either way, it's 4th down.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set to go again, we get a look at Amari Cooper as he heads back out there now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Watson. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. He can really smell 800 catches right now because that last one puts him at 799, knocking on the door. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Watson. Found his target. It's Anderson.
And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Up the middle, it's Chubb.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Off of play action, it's Watson. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 36. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. Watson's throw taken in by Cooper here. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. On first down, it's Watson. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Watson. And he will throw this one out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Third quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. Shotgun handoff to Thompson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now Watson. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Chubb will score. Touchdown, Cleveland. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Seibert on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So out now come the Lions. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Jackson. That's caught left side by Hardman. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down. Here's Jackson to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game. But that's something right there, still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
This thrown quickly out to Cooper. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Now a first down throw, Watson. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They'll run with Chubb. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down and goal. Watson. The quick slant caught. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Browns! It's another touchdown pass for Deshaun Watson, his 5th of the afternoon. And the Browns look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
But that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense set to take over. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down. And Jackson throwing once more. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. They'll find Williams on the slant. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Play action. Now Jackson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 19. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop. Jackson's throw complete there to Johnson.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Jackson will throw again. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built off the efforts of this defense.
The Lions on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Jackson. He's got Granson over the middle. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Lions get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Amari Cooper and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. Second down, here's Chubb again. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the offense does cover this one, but back inside their own 5-yard line. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now it's Jackson. It's complete to Williams. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
Here comes the Lions punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and they will take over 1st and 10. Here comes Amari Cooper and the rest of the Cleveland offense. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting him, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory.
89 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. They run it again with Chubb. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the 1st down, close it out.
The Browns send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. So here come the Lions now.
And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Now Jackson. Open man right side is Shark. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Throwing is Jackson.
Quick completion here to Johnson.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Jackson.
Again, it's Johnson.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
Again, Jackson.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got
got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Cleveland offense making their way out. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late fourth quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Cleveland, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Detroit, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.